morning, football fans. Good morning, XFL fans. Welcome back to the XFL Fan Zone. Just a couple of things on XFL Dallas. Yesterday, I guess Bob Stoops hired Matt McMillan, the former player, personal director of Oklahoma, who hired Bob Stoops. Well, Bob Stoops has hired him to be run the day-to-day operations of the XFL Dallas franchise. He would be kind of doing the general manager stuff as far as running the day-to-day operations, but Bob Stoops is still going to have final say on who he takes for players. The other thing about Dallas yesterday, we named the team names, the possible ones. I forgot one that I really like. That's the Wranglers. For two reasons. One, it keeps the cowboy theme of Texas, and two, the reason why I like it, you know it, I'm a big Jeep Wrangler fan, so there you go. There's my bias right there. But I still like the Dallas Tornadoes better. Now, let's talk about Xfl Washington. What should we name Xfl Washington? Well, when you think about Washington, D.C., there's only one thing to really think about, and that's government. And you think about the teams they named over the years. We had two baseball teams called the Senators, obviously named after the Senate and the senators that work inside of it. We have a baseball team currently called the Nationals, as in the national capital of the United States. We have a hockey team called the Capitals, which could be either because it's the capital of the United States or it's named after Capitol Hill. Hence their old third alternate jerseys from years ago. The USFL team was called the old Washington Federals. So, when you think of DC, there's only two things you can really think about: government and the military commands. Well, I kept with that theme. I know someone mentioned yesterday they thought the Red Hawks would be a good nickname for them. I guess to go with the Redskins or stick it to the NFL for trying to change the Redskins. It's not a bad idea. I thought about the Red Hawks, but here's my the team names I'm giving. I try to come up with some original ones, but it's just really hard. Okay. The number one I came up with was the Commanders. Yes, I know, you're saying, oh, just like the San Antonio Commanders. Well, I guess San Antonio was a big military city. Well, Washington, D.C. is where all the military big shots are. So, or you can name the Commanders for the Commander-in-Chief, as in the President of the United States. Since we've had the Capitals and the Senators, hey, why not have a football team named after the Commander-in-Chief? The other one I like is the Generals. Again, would that be a trademark problem, since the Washington Generals, the team that always loses to Harlem Globetrotters, or called the Washington Generals, would that be a trademark issue? I'm not sure how that works. I am not a lawyer. And yes, this goes back to the old USFL days for the New Jersey Generals, the team I rooted for. Again, I try to be creative, but it's not a whole lot we have to go here as far as what Washington, D.C. is known for. The other one I try to come up with is the Atlantics. Since Washington, D.C. is on the Atlantic Ocean, why not call them the Atlantics? I don't know any team other. Actually, I don't name any other team at all that's called the Atlantics. So we can name them after the Atlantic Ocean, since it's right there on the Atlantic Ocean. And the last two, one, the Admirals. There aren't many teams I know called the Admirals, and again, since DC is with all the military brasses, and the Admiral's a pretty high-ranking officer, why not call them the Admirals? And finally, another one I like, and I'm kind of leaning towards more and more a little bit, along with the Admirals, is the Commodores, which is a high-ranking naval officer. So that's what I've come up with for XFL Washington. You let me know what you fans think, especially you fans in DC. You guys know that I've been to DC, but you guys who live down here know the area way better than me. Is there anything in DC that DC is known for other than government and military brass? Alright folks, let me know what you think. Tomorrow we'll go back to the Western Division and do team names for another team. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do left. We only have 2 left, Seattle and LA. And we will talk to you later.